Hi, Soul Family. Welcome back to my channel. This episode is dedicated to family scapegoats and how to unbrainwash yourself. If you're not sure that you're the family scapegoat, then please watch a previous episode of mine. The link is here. It's called 4 Family Scapegoats. If you know that you're a scapegoat, but you don't know why you were chosen as one, then please watch it, because I promise you, I guarantee you'll be tons happier after that. Now, family scapegoats essentially grew up in a brainwashing facility. And it's not just you that was brainwashed, it's the entire family system. The so-called cult leader assigns the scapegoat role to someone and then brainwashes everyone into thinking that they, the scapegoat, is inherently bad, is even evil. And this results in family mobbing. Why? Because some family members are aware and some are not aware, but they all encourage to mob the scapegoat because it's like a case of better you than me, to escape abuse themselves. So for as long as you're the scapegoat, they are safe. Now, this is not about blaming anyone. This is not about them. It's about understanding the causes, understanding the root of the system so that we can move on and heal. So watch that video first and then come back to this one. If you've already watched it, then please continue. So back to how do we unbrainwash ourselves? Well, there's this quantum theory on time. I'm not going to go into it because it's very complex and it can get very confusing. But what it suggests is that time is not linear. If you can create your future, if you can write the story of your life and create a future that you want, believe in it, and then work towards it, what's there to stop us from rewriting our past? Quantum theory on time suggests is that time is not linear. If time is not linear, what it's suggesting is that the past, the present, and the future all exist simultaneously. I know it's a difficult concept to grasp, but hear me out, stay with me. Time is an illusion. It's something that we invented so that we can, do material world stuff like, I'll meet you at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock or whatever it is. It's just to keep us organized. But in reality, there is no such thing as time. Just take this for an example, okay? A lot of people live in the past. And what that means is that we're still stuck in the past. We're still living out events of the past. So, which actually means that there is no such thing as the past in linear time. You know what I'm saying? Most of us are still living in the past. So what I'm suggesting is if we can create our future, if we can write the story of our life and how we want it to be in the future, then we can go back to the past and rewrite history. Okay, now this worked wonders for me. So please try it out. Just try it out. Write the kind of past that you would love to have had. Write the story of your past. It doesn't have to be a long story, but if you want to, you can include a lot of details. But it can be 1 page, it can be half a page, it can be 10 sentences or 20 sentences. The length doesn't matter. What matters is to be focused and to be very clear on what kind of a past you would love to have had. After writing it, read it again and again and again. Read it every day until it sinks into your head that that was your past. Now, obviously, we still need to live in the material world where, the so-called past is a very real thing. What I'm suggesting is don't let it affect you. That's all. Know what actually happened in the past. rewrite it, rewrite your history, and look at it from an emotional point of view. Look at it from how you feel about it and alter your perspective on it. You don't have to tell anyone. You don't have to say a thing to anyone. Let them guess what your past was. It doesn't matter. What matters is that this is now your new past, the past that you would love to have had. Now, scapegoats have had a particularly hard time because they're mostly confused about who they are. You've been brainwashed into believing that you were inherently bad, you were evil and selfish and vindictive and whatever the cult leader wanted you to believe that you were. And it's not only you believing it, it's the entire family and community that believe it because they were brainwashed into it as well. And it's particularly hard because they reconfirm time and again who everyone wanted to believe that you were. So it is a particularly hard journey. And if you've come this far, then I congratulate you. It takes a lot of strength, okay, to stay the course. This is where we have to keep reminding ourselves of our good points, to remind ourselves why we were chosen as the scapegoat. That is a very, very important thing to do, to remind yourself why you were chosen as a scapegoat. I tell you, that is groundbreaking. Okay, once you know why, it's groundbreaking. Your whole life does a 180-degree turn. Now, I want to reiterate that I'm not a qualified therapist or a counselor or a psychologist. I'm no spiritual guru. But what I've done is that I have experimented on so many ways to heal myself, and some of them have worked wonders for me. So I want to share this method with you and hope that it'll work for you. Another thing I want to mention, which is quite important, is that scapegoats were trained to chase love and acceptance. It's like a carrot and the stick thing. You'll never get the carrot. It's a tactic to keep you on your toes. It's a tactic to keep you controlled. So if you're a scapegoat, then it's quite likely that, you're constantly chasing for someone's love and someone's acceptance. And, the other day I made the mistake of checking my views, checking my analytics for a little bit too long. I mean, yeah, it's important to check analytics and keep count on whether you're resonating with my content or not. But I did it a little bit too long, and I started to feel like I'm not doing a good job. I'm not attracting more audience. And then what I realized was that sometimes we forget that we're still in the scapegoat mode where we're chasing people who are not interested in what we have to say. So if you're a subscriber, I am so grateful. Thank you so much for subscribing. It means that my 58 subscribers are interested in the content that I put out. They're interested in healing themselves. So I want to focus on what you want to watch, on what you want to hear. And so, please give me feedback in the comment section below. And if you have any suggestions on what you want to hear, what you want me to cover, please do that in the comment section. So I have to keep reminding myself, be grateful for what you already have. Don't chase people who are not interested. Don't chase people who don't like you. Focus on people who appreciate you. As a scapegoat, you will probably forget that. So just remind yourself to focus on what you have, focus on people that appreciate you.